on my Instagram AMA, someone wrote in and said, I'm dating an older guy. She weirdly concluded, she was like, he's really successful and he went to the same Ivy League school as me. And by the way, people were upset that she said that. They were like, why does that matter? What does that matter? And I'm like, okay, maybe she wanted to give that color. Maybe she's proud of herself for going to an Ivy League school. It's fine. But I agree, where someone went to school doesn't really matter. I digress. She said he's older, this guy, and he basically deletes every text after he receives it and sends it. So there's like no messages, which honestly, even just saying that out loud makes me clutch my pearls and be like, I can't imagine. I can't imagine that. Everybody was split down the middle. Half of you said he's married, he's cheating. And normally I would go that direction. But half of you guys said that is just an older person thing. That's just it's like an organization OCD thing. They like to keep everything really clean. It's like you close out a message. Now, my Virgo ass, receipt loving, nostalgic bitch self could never. Okay. I could never, but I see both sides. Either way, it's not good because on the one hand, he's cheating and is married or whatever. And on the other hand, he's just like an OCD freak who needs to clean it out. Or he really is just like, he thinks that that's the best way to organize his phone because he's of a certain age. Weigh in. Someone call and tell your story of if you think that he's cheating or if you think that he is just OCD and older. I'm fascinated. Okay, let's talk to Lisa. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on?
A little bit of context. I'm 43.
Okay.
Typically date a little bit older guys, around 50.
Okay.
And I've been in a monogamous relationship for the last 3 years. I'm getting back out there now.
Great.
And I know the younger generation is very good about when they're going ready to be intimate with a new person about asking and checking receipts for, how, their history, past testing, all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
What is standard operating practice now for people when you're going to be intimate with somebody and you want to make sure
they're good,
they're clean you're clean and everything's clean? But I think a little bit older of a guy is off put by that.
I get that. I think it's such an interesting question because it is so generational. One thing I will say is I was actually just talking about this with Wig, my friend, and we were saying right now people are not really saying clean because it's like we're trying to remove the stigma. It's like whatever,
Okay.
So I think in the past there has been this vibe of being like, "Are you clean?" But people aren't saying that anymore because, and I've made that mistake too, and I was actually corrected by my community like a year ago or so. But it's interesting because you're saying you're talking to someone who might be about 50 or whatever, so they might be off put by the question in general. Look, here's the thing: at the end of the day, anyone who's right for you and anyone who is worth having sex with will not be off put by a simple question of when was the last time you tested? I want to make sure we're all good to go. And I like to make it like a sexy thing almost. You can be like, I'm so excited to have sex with you. Like I'm getting really horny for you. I just want to make sure that, we're on the same page. You can offer up your information. Another great way that I like to open is to be like, hey, I got tested, 2 weeks ago. Here are my results. And then just kind of, they're going to say, okay, great. Yeah, me too, or whatever. I just like to do it because I'm an anxious person. I can't have sex unless I ask that question.
Yeah.
I definitely can't enjoy it. I mean, I freak out. So I think it's completely fine to ask. And I think that it's your level of comfort with them and whether you do it on text or whether you do it in person. I will say I kind of like to do it before the moment because it's like, if you're getting hot and heavy with someone, you're undressing, it can be a little bit of a vibe killer to be like, oh, by the way, when's your last test? Show me, pull it up. Not to say that I haven't done that because I have. I have no shame. I don't care. I have anxiety really bad. So I've said it, but I just think it's kind of sexy to text someone and be like, hey, I'm getting really excited to have sex with you. I got tested and I'm all good to go or whatever, something like that.
Do you trust their word?
Yeah, I mean, I think it takes a true psychopath to lie about an STD test. I think if the person lies, they are such a horrible and awful person because that's just not cool at all. So yeah, I tend to. Having sex with a new person, there's always risk. Like even if you use protection, there's always risk, right? There's emotional risk, there's physical risk. And so it is important, sadly, as women, we need to think about it extra and be like, do I trust this person? Is this going to be good for me? It's definitely scary, but sex is also amazing and you deserve to get laid and have fun. So go have fun. fun. Just do it in a safe way.
And that's where I'm at. Summer of outside, have fun.
Exactly.
Just, go with it. But I've never quite done that before, so it makes me a little nervous, like you're saying.
I know,
and
it's
I'm just
scary.
Gonna be honest, like most, truth here, most guys that I'm dating that are that age group have been married for a while, so they wouldn't know how to put protection on if you freaking asked. It would be a disaster.
Oh, yeah. No, I get that.
A lot.
Yeah, no, I get that. And it's like, and you just, I mean, I get it. You get to a certain point and you're like, look, I'm not going to lie to you guys and say I've used a condom every single time. Like I'm not going to lie, I try, but shit happens. And so you have to ask, like you really, really need to ask in these situations and just make sure you're good. But yes, everybody out there use condoms.
Well, that helps a lot. Thank you so much. It helps take the pressure off I think we put so much pressure on ourselves as the girls too. So.
Yeah, we do.
Thank you so much.
I love you so much. Have fun. Safe fun.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
And by the way, why is it always women buying condoms? Like, it's bizarre to me. It's like guys never have condoms. I'm like, it's for your dick. Like, I don't get it. Like, why am I the one who's always having to provide it? Like, I don't know. I like to be so honest with you guys. And I know that there's a lot of younger people who listen to this show, and I just don't think it's helpful for me to sit here and be like, and every single time, like I force them to wear a condom and like, I've never had sex without a condom. Like, okay, yeah, shit happens. Like you get caught up in the moment, you trust someone, whatever. But I am really into seeing the STD test results because then you feel a little bit safer. Like shit is whack with reproductive rights right now. So everyone be super, super, super careful. Please, 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 please. I'm begging you. But also like, we're just girls, sometimes shit happens and you have to forgive yourself for that too. And any guy who balks when you ask him for an STD test is a loser and a bad guy. And to me, it just shows that they're not like really into sex. Cause I'm like, anybody who I know, all of my most sexual friends who have the most sex and who are the best at sex, they get tested all the time. I get tested all the time. I think it's good. It's like, it's amazing. It's so great to be like, oh, hey, because then it's like, if you meet someone, you can be like, whoa, by the way, I got tested 2 weeks ago. So let's fuck. Linda. Hi, Linda. How are you? Linda. Hello. Hi. What's going on?
Oh my gosh. Hi, Tinx.
Thanks for calling. What's going on?
This is my favorite time of the week, by the way, but I have a summer of outside story for you.
Fuck yeah. Tell us. I'm so excited.
Okay. So in the truest of form of the definition, I had my first one-night stand on 4th of July.
Yes. Let's go, baby. Oh my God. We love a one-night stand. By the way, I love a one-night stand. I haven't done that many of them, but I'm into them. I think they're good for us. I think a safe one-night stand is reinvigorating to the soul, and we should normalize them.
Yeah, it kind of goes hand in hand with a little bit about the last caller too. We'll get into that, but
okay.
It was actually just like the perfect situation, and I feel like I grew up with the stigma of like feeling like pressured of when you should sleep with someone or when you shouldn't, and I feel like you've done a really good job about helping women with that and just saying that we should have fun and do whatever we want.
Exactly.
So me and my friends were day drinking, bar hopping, and we're at this wine bar, and I look outside the window, and there's this guy, just his friends, and I see this guy, and I'm like, ooh, like, yes, he is the one. I need this guy. I need to talk to him. So I walk outside, and we have a good conversation, and he ends up coming to a party with me and my friends, and we are literally kissing under the fireworks, like, very just spontaneous. It's funny because the last caller, I think you should just genuinely ask. Like, I was like, oh, do you want to leave? Like, when's the last time you've been tested? Because I also have, like, extreme anxiety. And this man opens his phone and logs into his My Chart and literally shows me his test. So we were good.
That's hot. I love that. Oh, my God. What an amazing hot thing to do. By the way, all men out there, can you just listen to how horny that makes us? Because it is literally the hottest thing you can do. Like, that is so sexy to me.
Oh, my God. I was like, no way this man just logged into his phone and showed me the actual...
Yeah, that's so hot.
So we go back to his place, and everything was great. Like, had so much fun. He, like, so nice, so kind. Couldn't have gone better. And the next day, like, he offered to call me an Uber, but my friend came and picked me up. And, like, I did not even get his number, didn't get his Instagram, didn't get anything. I was like, I'm just gonna, for once, just let things be how they're supposed to be.
I love that.
And then by the time I even got home, he finds my Instagram.
Oh, my God.
DMs me, messages me, and gives me his number, and he's like, I would love to see you again. He lives about an hour and a half away because I go to see my friends a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
And he's like, next time you're in town, like, I want to take you out, like, message me. So I sent him a text and gave him my number, and then he messages me like 4 days later, and he's like, hey. I was like, what? He's like, just so you know, I tested positive for COVID, and I really hope you don't get sick.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I
Wait,
know.
this guy is so sweet. He's
I
so
know, but-
thoughtful.
I know. And then, so this is where the question is coming, because I was like, tell me if I'm like being a little delulu, but so I was like, oh no, like I never got sick, but I was like, I'm actually coming to town this weekend, like on Saturday. And I was like, if you want to grab a drink, we can, or like let me know. And he was like, this was last week, and he's like, I'd absolutely love to. Let's plan it a bit sooner. And I was like, that sounds great, like rest up. And he just hearted the message, but I haven't heard from him yet this week. Do you think I should just like leave it be?
I don't know. I don't know in this case. I think you could send a message if you wanted to.
That's why I was like, I don't know if I should just let it be, or like send him a little message, asking him if he's feeling better, like what was up.
I think match his energy of his initial outpouring of interest. Like, I think everything's been so chill and fun with you guys up so far, and he's so like upfront and clearly not like a game player that I think in this case it's okay to just shoot him a text and be like, hey, hope you're good, da da da. Like, keep it light, keep it airy, keep it fun. But why not? Yeah.
The green flags are there. The man has 3 Instagram photos.
Oh, that's hot too. That's the dream. That's the dream. No, I think shoot him a text. Yeah, why not?
Okay.
That's so fun.
To tell you, but this was the best experience. And to our previous caller, definitely. I also just feel like men are so open if you're open. So just ask.
I
them.
agree.
Not care.
No, I agree. I think it's so true. Also, that was like the most Summer of Outside story I've ever heard. Like, literally obsessed. I'm obsessed with it. I think you send him a message, and it's so fun.
Well, thank you for all of your encouraging energy, because this is truly my favorite thing to listen to every week.
Oh, you're the best. I hope you guys meet up again and have amazing sex.
Me too. I'm wishing for that.
Oh, all right. Bye, babe. Go have fun.
Bye.
Lots of love.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
And you see, she met him when she was outside. Like, wait, I feel like we say Summer of Outside all the time. Now we're like, oh, Summer of Outside, blah, blah, blah. But like the main word in the mantra, in the vibe, in the thing we do is outside. She's outside. She's at a wine bar with her friends having fun. Sees a guy, goes to talk to him. Boom. Clean, delicious sex. Yummy. Okay. Let's take a very quick break, but I'll be taking more of your calls right after this. So if you're on the line, stay on the line.